Hey NASCAR fans, what's going on? I do believe the Xfinity Series race is going on right now. Um, so this is basically just a Cup report recap. Um, so what a race! Two stage wins. Chase Elliott dominated. Um, and won both stages. Then Brad Keselowski picking up right where he left off, the Coke 600. And Brad scores his second Food City 500. I think like 2011 or 2012 he won the Food City 500. Um, so anyways, we get down to it. Um, Bubba Wallace had a top 10. Really good for that 43 team to start getting some momentum. Hope they can use that to go to the next following race. Um, I'm going to get into the whole Chase Elliott, Joe Logano situation because apparently that's, I'm a fan of both of them. Joey's right at one point. Chase is right. But also going for the win. All the gloves are off. It's winner take all. Beat and bang. Anything goes in the last lap. What's up, Steven? Saw fans might be at Talladega. Oh, well, that's cool. How you doing, by the way, Steven? You doing all right out there, man? I hope you and your family are doing well. So like I said, I'm a fan of Joe Logano and Chase Elliott. I hate it for both of them. But, that day, my other favorite driver, Brad Keselowski, went to victory lane, like I said, for his second Food City 500. A lot of rumors circulating around Brad Keselowski. Will he be there next year at Penske? Will he re-sign? What's going on? Miller Lite only running one race this year, which Brad won that, the Coke 600, the red, white, and blue patriotic paint scheme. I think he was running for sergeant or lieutenant REEP, REEP. I can't remember if it was lieutenant or sergeant or whatever it was, but he also won with Discount Tire. And I'm looking forward to the Xfinity Series race. I'll recap that when it's all said and done or whatever. But Chase Elliott, Joe Logano battling for the win. Anything's possible. That's good, man. Glad to have you back on. You're taking time out of your day to come on here and discuss some good old NASCAR with me. I can't believe some of the mindset of people, racing fans. They would not be a fan. I don't know what they're looking for is excitement. But, Joe Logano stated that Chase Elliott needed to apologize or come over to his car. And, that kind of situation, I really don't think so. I think, if they're going to talk, say, hey, man, nice battle. It was a good cleanup race. I understand the frustrating of not getting your sponsor in victory lane. But Joey's got, 3 victories. Well, 3 counting the duel. But I'm doing okay, Travis, man. I'm doing good. I just, like I said, I really don't think Chase need to apologize. It's I'm kind of like caught in the middle because I love them both. So I really hate it for Chase, Joey, and Brad won. But also, I think Clint Boyer finished in second, didn't he? You seen his new commercial, by the way, where he's like getting his groove on. I don't think Chase needs to apologize. No, he don't. Joe Logano frustrated. I understand that, and they didn't really. It's bound for the lead with the laps winding down. I think that's a little over dramatic for Logano to say he should apologize. And basically, Chase is just I remember watching races like 2002, 2003, and seeing a little bit of Chase Elliott come to the races with Bill, and how cute he was, and then end up being wearing all that Dodge stuff on Dodge. Now he's like a Chevrolet guy, but. So watching Chase, just disappear, then you find out that he's a Hendrick Motorsports development driver, and pretty much hasn't run, anybody but Hendrick. He used to run the I'm talking about Cup. He ran for GMS at Charlotte, but they're doing good, man. She's doing good. Try to enjoy something. Took a walk today down by the river and stuff. It's pretty calm, pretty nice. I thought I'd go on here. I'm get ready to head to bed soon. It's been a busy day. But anyway, it's like I said, I've been hearing all the memes and everything. Everybody said that fans said that Joey should punch Chase, and I'm like, punch Chase, really? for battling for the lead. He made a mistake. His car got, and then they want to. And then the funny thing is, they want to put a picture of Kyle Busch taking out Chase Elliott at Darlington, and then putting them two getting together at Bristol, Logano and Chase, and the fans want to put y'all whine and say blah 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 on Kyle Busch, but yet Rubbin's racing in this picture. I'm like, that's total different thing, total different. I don't think Chase had intended to take them both out, contention for the win. Kyle Busch intentionally took Chase out because he didn't want him catching. He wanted a fellow Joe Gibbs racing driver if he can't win. Well, I didn't pick. I had my BK hat on, but I didn't pick BK. I think I picked Denny Hamlin. But I did predict Chase Briscoe winning at Darlington's Xfinity Series race. He won it. Then I did predict Chase Elliott winning the last Charlotte race. He did it. So where are they going this week after Bristol? Well, yeah, I can't find. I ain't got the schedule on me, so I don't really know what's going on with this whole COVID-19 situation. Where are we heading? Kurt Busch commentating all the races tonight. It's not now? Okay, my bad then. It's not going on right now. I'm a little out of the loop, guys. Apologize. That's why I like you guys on here. You guys give me a little heads up what's going on. Atlanta. Well, I'm going to tell you right now who I'm going to pick right now. And it's not Kevin Harvick. It's not Joe Logano. Not Mark Truex Jr., not Chase Elliott. It's going to be Brad Keselowski once again. Brad Keselowski, I do believe he's driving the Auto Trader number 2. So my pick is Brad Keselowski to win his 3rd win of the season. So yeah, I pick Brad Keselowski. Atlanta's a really fast track. I love Atlanta. I think it's like it used to be like almost a 3-wide groove. The closer at his playground. Brad K, 3 wins if it happens. Oh, I know. And my thing is, I think Brad right now is racing more for to show the person that he's trying to talk to move over to their team. Now, here's the thing, too. Now, here's something I want to ask you guys' opinion on. I've heard a lot of speculation about BK moving to Hendrick Motorsports. Now, since Larson's out of the equation, NASCAR has not reinstated his license. And the World of Outlaws have, because he's completed his sensitivity class. So, how do you guys feel about this? How do you guys feel? And this is staying in BK drives Ford. So, how fitting would it be for BK to move over to the SHR camp to drive the 14 Ford? It'd be in the Ford camp. It would definitely be a differential from moving to HMS. But I just got a feeling, this is my personal opinion, I still think that 48 is going to go to Noah Gragson. I really do, because Junior Motorsports is catapulting guys to Hendrick Motorsports camp. Now, for the future of anybody that moves up to JGR, they better just based on being a full-on Xfinity Series guy, because there's not going to be any more seats opened up at Hendrick Motorsports. You've already got the 88. Alex Bowman's got a 1-year extension. He's running great, doing exactly what he needs to do to keep himself in Hendrick Motorsports, keep himself relevant, get on TV, win stages. You win stages, you stay on TV, you get interviewed. More people want to, sponsor you. So my thing is Bowman's doing exactly what he needs to do to stay where he's at. And he's got the rest of this year and all of next year to, start catapulting. I would like that, but how about if Christopher Bell doesn't re-sign 95, Brad Keselowski 95? Well, we know that car can run up front. Madam was won it at Bristol last year, battling Denny Hamlin. It's a Joe Gibbs Racing affiliate. I really would like to have Brad. I mean, I think Brad can win anything if he gets a chance to. Plus the caliber, all the years he's been there, all different. The car tomorrow's never. I think he's really had a good transition. And I know he won a championship 2012 last year of Dodge. Dodge left after that. Larson will come back. I think he's going to take all of next year off, and then by 2021, we should be hearing something. I'll be surprised if he comes back by the Daytona 500 next year. I agree. I don't think one word, one slip up should cost you your whole career, especially if you know if he did a video apology and all the drivers are saying that that's not his character. Even Bubba Wallace is even going to be like his you know, telling everybody, hey, that's not his character. He made a mistake. He apologized for it. What else can you do, guys? I mean, that's pretty scary that you can slip up and then it costs you your whole pretty much career. Um, and I don't think Larson uses that in his vocabulary all the time. He never should have used it to begin with. I'm not making excuses for him. That word should never be used on any fronts, any music or nothing like that. That word should be just vacated, done. But the world we live in, it is what it is. And why do you see Eric Jones a good fit at Penske? Because it's just there. Joe Logano's still kind of young. You've got Ryan Blaney's over there, and I just think Eric Jones would fit so much better at Penske. Something about Penske with Eric Jones. I just feel that be his right step. Now I don't know if the Joe Gibbs Racing sponsors are going to jump over with him. I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, Miller Lite's pretty much stepping out, and I don't know if Brad Keselowski does leave. Is there going to be a discount? Are they going to move over with Brad or going to stay at Penske? That's the thing we don't really know about yet. But I just think he'd fit really good, better than Joe Gibbs Racing. Right now, we know Joe Gibbs Racing is based upon Kyle Busch. We know that. And Denny Hamlin. Because also Kyle Busch, the two-time champion. And so he outranks Denny Hamlin, even though he's got a year or two before Kyle Busch came in, 2000. Well, no, 2005. No, he came in before Denny Hamlin. Before Denny Hamlin came in, Kyle Busch came in before Denny Hamlin. Okay, man. Do that. Appreciate it. I've got some stuff right here. I'm trying to take my wall down. I've got my Ben Rhodes right there, autographed. There's the sheet metal I want from Gear Wrench. There's my Jimmy Johnson autograph. That was free. I sent that in the mail or request them on Facebook, Allie. And there's my Daytona 500 autograph, Austin Dillon picture from Daytona. Chase Elliott stuff up there. My wall's pretty much empty now. Before all them die casts were on there, I took them all down. Kind of organize my aggravate me because I can't organize them right. I take these little notions where I want to label them I want to post, put them all up as like it's either manufacturer, the teams, the numbers, in order. I don't know. A little bit of OCD on a couple things. Like I said, guys, I'm not going to take a lot of time. I just want to get on here and, and also Jeffrey Earnhardt running the rest of the 2020 NASCAR season with JD Motorsports, Johnny Davis Racing. I think it's it. But I don't know. I wonder if that's any kin to Bill Davis, who used to run the 22 Caterpillar with Ward Burton. Don't know. Food for thought. So anyway, tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Is there another Cup race tomorrow? Are they going to run a Sharpie 500 or whatever you call it? Is there another Bristol race tomorrow? Well, it's Tuesday, so I wonder if there is. Or is trucks running? Let me know, try the trucks running tomorrow or is another Cup race? Oh, okay. I'm about to say what? Who wins tonight? Xfinity, is Kyle Busch running in it? Or no. You already said they're commentating tonight. Okay. Oh, there's another Cup race coming up. Tonight's winner. I'm going to go on a limb here. And I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Chase Briscoe once again. It's been said. Chase Briscoe. Wednesday, June 10th at Martinsville. Okay, cool. Is that the night race? So I found this picture. Fell out of one of my magazines. poster. Well, Noah Gragson can do it. Actually, you know what? That's actually, um, Noah Gregson's a good pick. But I'm gonna go with Chase Briscoe win his third race of the season, or his third race of the season. I think it's third race of the season. And if he wins, he's third because he won Vegas and then he won Darlington. So yeah, I don't know. I never thought all them years. I remember when Johnson came in. That's about when I watched his rookie season. Not the first race Daytona, but I think I came in around either Dover or Talladega, 2002 when I came in NASCAR. Um, Johnson winning, that's a good question. The way he's running, no. I know he ran good at Charlotte, and I think he ran good at Bristol, I think, but he's a little far off from win yet. He's got to get some consistency to get up front, and he got to his second place finish at the Coke 600 or whatever it was got stripped due to illegal rear alignment, and then he took his second place away and gave him a 40th place finish, stripped all of his points, and Hendrick Motorsports did not choose to appeal that penalty. But right now, guys, I don't think Johnson right now winning is you know um, is a realistic, but you never say never in racing, especially NASCAR. But at this point, I think he's a little far off from winning. I never thought I would say that about Johnson or a 7-time Cup champion, but I really at this point just I don't know. I kind of miss Johnson in victory lane. I really do. I think he only won one race. That was what when he got into was it Paul Menard? It was last year at the Daytona race, either the dual race or the Clash or whatever it was. His only victory. Um, he's definitely in a slump. He's done. But now here's the thing. Now he's supposed to do a test session for an IndyCar driver, and it's supposed to be like a one and done or whatever it was. But now I found out last year that the owner that he's testing for has purchased a 48 from another team. So Johnson's going to run the 48, and that don't sound to me like a testing session. If you're going to do a test session, why would you purchase a number for him unless he's going to run full time? So, a little question mark there. Is he going to run full time in IndyCar? Is he too old to be doing stuff? But I don't know what's going on with Johnson. I mean, I wish him the best. 7-time Cup champion. He's the best active driver on track. I don't care what the current records are. His record's 7 championships, and I know you're only as good as last time you won or last race you had. But Johnson's got too great of a record to overlook it because he's going through a slump right now. He'll always be 7-time. 2-time Cup champion, a 2-time Daytona 500 champion, one of those 500s without Chad Canals. He's a 2 or 3-time Brickyard 400 winner. He swept both Dover races 2002. He swept tons of Lowe's Motor Speedway races, 2003 and 4 and 5 and all that. So my thing is, guys, he'll probably win. I want to say he's going to win again, but the way he's running, I really don't. I think that's kind of off the radar right now. When think about it, since Chase came in to run that 9, it pretty much it shifted. The torch was passed. Johnson's all the good equipment, all the everything. It's all yours now, Chase. You run with it. I'll just fall back and run. Be the third wheel. And I think Johnson's okay with that, being out of the limelight. Granted, he does want to win. It's frustrating, watching William Byron grow and then watching Chase grow. But Johnson's already had his spotlight here in motorsports. 2002 to 2000, 18, 17, 16. Last time he won a 7 championship. Once he won his 7th championship, that's when he's like, okay, I'm done. Granted, you would think they'd want the 8th championship. But I think right after he won that 7th championship, I think that's when Rick's like, okay, we're going to build the youth now. We're not going to keep basing off, we got 7 now. We're in a 3-way tie with Richard and Dale. So let's just focus on, the youth coming in. And then with Junior, bringing guys in to move them up top the ranks. You mean hit Blaney in the face with his fist? Or their cars collided? Um, oh, really? I heard that Ty Dillon's in a contract 1 year this year too. He's supposed to. A lot of rumors circling about Ty Dillon last year retiring after last year and taking a manager job or a general manager job at RCR, but that didn't come. He returned to the 13. So, do you think Johnson will get a win this year? I I really don't know. I mean, he's excuse me, guys. He's running up front at some tracks, but I really, like I said, I think he's, with all the power being shifted to Chase and William, and nothing, against Chase and William. I mean, that's basically, Gordon was, the forefront, the face for Hendrick Motorsports for years. Then Johnson came in, and Gordon kind of backed out a little bit to kind of get a spot like Jimmy. And granted, Gordon never got 7 championships, but he got 4 Winston Cups. And 3 of those, battling Dale Earnhardt for those. And the last one in 01, he didn't get a chance to. I think, personally, my opinion, I think when Gordon looks at that 2001 championship, I think he kind of feels that he didn't earn it because he did not beat the man that was there to track the beat and bang with him. And I personally, miss this guy more than anything. And I wish he never passed away in February 18th, 01. He was really the big face of NASCAR. He had DEI, and he just, it just, one of them things. He did state a long time ago in that Dale 10 box set that it'd be a tragedy if he died in his Chevy truck going to get his hair cut, but if he dies on a racetrack, and then he died doing what he loved. And I mean, this whole thing with Jeffrey Earnhardt, the Earnhardts, I think the Earnhardts need to band, hands ain't working right, they need to band together. And there was, supposed to be, Junior was supposed to get a truck team going this year. He was supposed to run Martinsville in the truck race, and then Gordon heard about it and said, "You know what? I'm gonna run it with Dale Earnhardt Jr." And that never happened. The COVID-19 thing hit, and then we pretty much got this flipped up schedule. So I really don't understand. And I know everybody wants to cut patch. I know everybody wants to cut patch, and they want the publicity, and they want this limelight, and they want the pays more. But honestly, Jeffrey Earnhardt, even if he does replicate what his what his grandpa did, this man already did everything there was to do in the Cup Series. There's never been an Earnhardt to drive a truck. There's never been an Earnhardt to win a Truck Series championship. So I don't understand why Junior's not saying, "You know what, Jeffrey, I can't see you be screwed out of these contracts, getting screwed out of rides. You're gonna be in my truck." And I'm not talking about putting him in a 3 truck. everybody's like, Earnhardt 3. Yeah, 3 is Dale Earnhardt's number, but we all know the family number is 8. And and that was his dad. That was Ralph's. By the way, his name is Ralph Dale Earnhardt. Dale was his middle name, so his name's Ralph, but they just call him Dale Earnhardt. But anyway, I don't want Jeffrey in a black 3 truck. I'd like to have him in his own number, 08 or 29 or whatever it is. I just want to see an Earnhardt in a Truck Series and just help build Junior Motorsports to where they can get them. And not only that, but to have the banners and the trophies in Junior Motorsports with the last name Earnhardt on them. How cool would that be? And then you have Junior coming up on the pit box during the truck races. It would just bring so much more to the Truck Series and so much more to the Earnhardt family. I understand the IK9 stuff with Jeffrey Earnhardt with Joe Gibbs Racing last year left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, because finding out on YouTube and stuff and through talking to the social media people that that Jeffrey backed out of that deal, and rightfully so. If you looked at the situation where he's pretty much running these couple part-time races last year for IK9 and the 18 to work on getting a Cup deal, which was that was the conversation. Joe Gibbs bringing a new car in for Jeffrey, and then this whole thing with Christopher Bell started, and then Jeffrey's like, "You know what? You're not going to invest in me. We're done." And I applaud Jeffrey for that. That was a good business move, because why are you going to go to an organization that's only going to give you this much, and without growing, and granted, Jeffrey really hasn't done anything to get that kind of chest blowing out, I'm Jeffrey Earnhardt, blah blah blah. And the one thing that everybody gets wrong about Jeffrey Earnhardt is they keep saying because he's an Earnhardt, he thinks he deserves this, he thinks this, and that is so far from the truth. If you actually sit down, you've never sat down and watched a Jeffrey Earnhardt interview. If you go on YouTube, watch his stuff, he does not want to use his name to get anything handed to him. He wants to earn what he wants. Just because his last name's Earnhardt doesn't mean he don't have to earn it. And he said the first four letters of Earnhardt is earn. So he wants to earn his ride. But I still don't understand why Junior and Jeffrey does not hook up. I understand that Kerry Earnhardt and Junior don't have a really good relationship. I understand that. But I'll tell you right now, if this man was here today, and I know for a fact, if this man was here today, his grandkid would be having a ride right now. Junior and Senior would be definitely owning the truck team, and they definitely be having Jeffrey Earnhardt drive it. But congratulations to Jeffrey driving for JD Motorsports 00 full time this year. So guys, I'm gonna jump off here. God bless you all. Y'all stay safe out there. And Bristol Xfinity Series race tonight. Kyle and Kurt's commentating. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.